really excited about this. And when she sent me the offer to co-author with a series of authors, I had this little whisper in my mind of you got to do this. You have to do this. This is meant to be something that you do. And I thought, really? Like, I'm not sure. And I looked into it. And anyway, she's just so lovely. And it made me think a large portion of it is going to be channeled by me. My chapter is going to be channeled. So it made me think about what it's like to channel. It made me think about in the past when I've taught channeling. Also, the weekly channels that I put out to my community on Patreon. It just brings me light to do it. And I do believe that everybody can channel. Everybody can channel. So if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to take you through just a simple way of bringing through some information for yourself through channeling, because I know you can channel. I can channel, so anybody can channel. I really do believe that it's just getting in touch with your senses and what way that you bring through channeling. I am not somebody who is going to, right now anyway, channel out loud too much. I'm not gonna, sit down in front of a crowd and just channel. That is too much pressure, too scary. So what I do is I sit quietly and I type out my message. Or I shouldn't say my message. It's really coming from a collective of beings out there in the universe. But I know that you can do it because I teach it and I see every one of my students able to do it. They come thinking that they can't and this is going to be hard and I'm not sure about this, but they always seem to bring through something. So we try different types of channeling. We first learn about channeling and then we do automatic writing and then we do card channeling, like oracle card channeling, all kinds of ways that there are to channel. So I would recommend, because it worked for me and I see it really working for the students, is I would recommend automatic writing. Now, automatic writing in this way that I'm going to teach you is not just having your pen or pencil on the paper and waiting for your hand to move. I'm going to say to be more proactive about it. So allow thoughts to come into your mind and just start writing. Writing as if you are writing normally, not again waiting for your hand to move by some extra energy there, okay? So you are going to place pen to paper or, pencil to paper or even on your computer typing it out, and you're just going to allow words to flow. Now, at first, you may find these words to be really enlightening, right? And you might think, oh, I'm just making this up. Of course, bringing love to the earth and being connected. Of course. Keep going, because chances are some really interesting stuff is going to come out. If you find that you're thinking and a sentence comes to you, a portion of a sentence, and you think, where in the heck is this going? This sentence doesn't even make sense. Keep going. What I found is in my channeled messages anyway, is sometimes a sentence will start and I will think, where is this going? This sounds nuts. But it's sort of them telling a story in a backwards way, and it does always work out. Sometimes I'll get words and I'll think, okay, is there another word that I can use for this? And they'll replace the word, but not often. And so just finding a moment in time where you can sit down, you can be relaxed, and just start typing, start writing, and let the words just flow out of you. When you're a beginner channel, I would recommend picking, and this could be channel too, it's up to you, but picking a starter sentence. So my starter sentence, let's see if I can bring it up here. My starter sentence for my State of Mind community on Patreon for the channeled message is thank you for joining us here. And mine's changed from the very beginning of when I started, but this seems to be more channeled, this sentence, but you can start anywhere. So thank you for joining us here. And then what I do is I think that sentence in my mind, thank you for joining us here, and then I just start into it. I allow more words to flow. Usually what ends up happening when I sit down to channel is that I will think that sentence and then like a sentence, let's say, let's talk about love and what love means, or let's talk about the earth and why you're here. Those will come to me and I'll go, oh, they're kind of boring, or people already know this, or I'm speaking to the choir, or whatever will come to mind. And then it'll be like it's tapping me on the head. No, you gotta write this. You gotta write this, right? And then I'll sit down and I'll write it out, because at this point they've got a sledgehammer and they're banging me over the head with it, right? You gotta write this. So I just go with that. So if I was to just bullet point this out for you, grab a piece of paper, or open Word or Pages on your computer, and just think of a starter sentence, like an intro sentence, and then just allow your thoughts to flow. Maybe you'll have images. Images sometimes come to me, and then it's sort of deciphering the image and letting the information and the feeling of the image come through. It could be different, for everybody, which it is, of course it is. But just being open, releasing judgment of yourself, and allowing yourself to type or write. And I would, you might be thinking, well, when do I stop writing? You'll know. You will know. So that's a little bit about channeling. I hope this helps. I'm really excited about this book coming out. I'll give more information on it later. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. I would love you to come along on this journey with me. Anything I've spoken about just now, all those links will be below. Have a good day, and we'll see you later.